Hello, everyone. It's another episode of The Hotspot with your favorite girl on the rocks. Of course, we are here with a wonderful woman, not just a regular woman here, people. We got a businesswoman, a mom, and soon-to-be mogul. Trust me. I believe in it, she believes in it, and everybody around her. So I'm super excited to learn more about Juthy, our special guest today.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
You here at the studio.
Yes, I love the setup.
I'm so happy you
so proud
came. Of you. Before we got on camera, I told you, like, I used to be a serious fangirl. I still am. Nothing has changed. But even just sitting here now, I'm kind of nervous because you're just radiating in beauty. And today is International Women's Day. Yes, and so you deserve all of the flowers. And I feel like I really want people to get to know a little bit about the experience because we only have about 10, 15 minutes. Right. They won't really get to know the real you. But I will hope that this conversation will want them to go and find out more. So tell me a little bit about what you're working on today. Like, how was a day for you on a daily?
So a day for me looks like I own a health and wellness business. So it's called the Meta Cabinet, and I make sea moss and teas and juices, and I do like herbal remedies for people and stuff like that. I'm a studying herbalist. And then I also manage the Badass Bootcamp operations, and that's a wellness market in the Empire Outlets. And we started off, as like a pop-up shop, and we ended up just growing the business. And me and my girl Hala,
shout out to her. Yes, she's on my guest wish list too, you guys.
We'll get her up here.
Yes,
she deserves to be here as well. We come together and we just make a lot of things happen. But before I did all of that, I actually just would throw events.
Okay.
And I think that bringing community together is one of my biggest passions. Absolutely. So I started an initiative called the Culture Concierge, and it's based in just connecting and creating like experience for people that they don't really usually get. One thing about Staten Island in general is just that people feel like there's nothing to do here, or there's nothing cool going on. Yeah. So, when's the last time you did something for the first time is like how is my mantra when I'm like creating a new experience. Absolutely. And prom night was one of them. I've done a seat at the table, which is like a dinner experience to showcase local chefs.
Oh, that sounds so dope.
Yeah, I have Mimosas and Create, which is a vision board party that I do every year. And I do Connect and Create, which is kid experiences. And now I just launched my kids club every Saturday morning, and we do a bunch, like I teach them mindfulness, meditation, we do science experiments and arts and crafts and stuff like that, and it's something that brings me a lot of joy. I love it.
It's beautiful to watch you do it. You do it so effortlessly, and you just listed like that list was long, y'all. I know y'all was like
a bunch of things,
So how are you balancing that with just being a dope ass human and also being a mom? Like, how do you carry all of this weight and still have time to be the best you that you can be?
I think that up to now, I've never really put too much pressure on myself. So, a lot of people like to pressure themselves with content and staying, relevant on, social media and being places. And I think that the best balance for me is I do what feels good at the moment.
Yes.
But it could be a bad thing. Like right now, I have somebody who's really pushing me to like, put everything I do into packages that can be marketed to like investors and stuff, because obviously that's the goal, to like get other people's money and really like blow up.
Exactly.
And he's like, one thing he told me is like, you got to get out of that like artistic, just want to do things when you want to do things type of thing.
It's hard though.
But it makes it enjoyable when you're operating out of a space of what feels good, you know? So sometimes when I'm just not feeling it, I will go ghost on my business page, and I'm very, forgiving of myself for that. So I think it makes it a little bit easier that I don't put that pressure to like keep up. I think
that word forgiving is so powerful, for creatives and people who are out making things out of nothing. To forgive yourself, it's so important. We were just talking about that before, how it's just like we're in just this work mentality all the time. And as women,
we're super critical of ourselves in general. Like, you know what I mean? Just looking in the mirror and like the basic things. So it's like, let's keep the dramatics to a minimum. I'm too dramatic to, I gotta really compartmentalize everything. I'm like, okay, what matters today? What do we have time for today? Absolutely. What do we have space for today? And I kind of just take it at that. But I am trying to work more on my correspondence with, like speaking to people. I think that's really important because I'm very in-person type of, energy. And I think sometimes over like text, I can be kind of flaky or like email correspondence.
I can definitely relate.
I think it doesn't translate well. So I think, those are the things that I really want to sharpen and polish about myself. But again, how I balance it is just making sure that I just do it in a space where, I have that, availability to show up for it, like, fully.
Absolutely. Now, I really want to tap into the healing aspect of what you do because I want to be on a healing path, y'all. I really do. And I'm slapping my hand right now because I have not come to the Badass Bootcamp. We've literally talked about this, so I'm like, and I see all of the stuff you guys do. So I have to hit myself again for not making it down there, but I will. And I just want to know, what was it that made you want to put this out there for others? To find your own healing journey and process can sometimes be long and just something that's super intimate to you. I guess in my own light, like I feel like I want to help myself. I'm not really ready to show other people how, what I mean? So at what point did that kind of switch for you and you were ready to put it out there?
So I think it's more so of I made a really big character change when I was like 26 to like 28 to 29. Okay. I'm 30 right now. So, and that would like entailed a lot for me, like pulling back from like my personal life and, reading a lot of books and stuff. Yeah. And I just started switching up my regimen, how I looked at things, how I dealt with things, and the people around me just wanted me to share it with them. Okay. And I'm a really vocal person, so I talk on like my Instagram, because that's really what like my Instagram, I'm like, I do that, and I just share kind of like my daily activities. And, spirituality brings a lot of people together, and I think the best part about it is that it's a learning experience. Definitely. And you're never, I hate the term healed, but you know what I mean? It's
like, I'm done now. That's it.
Yeah, like it's a forever journey. It's a forever effort to like constantly bring yourself back. And as long as you have people around you that are on the same mindset or want to be there, it's like, it's an amazing feeling. So creating this hub of, wellness, spirituality, creative expression, whoever you are, however you show up, sorry.
It's okay. That's how real it is.
I talk with my hands. However you show up, it's, it's a beautiful collective feeling. So I think that's what pushes me to do it, and that's what inspires me. And I don't have to feel like I'm 100% healed or done with my journey to share that, because when you bring people in, you learn so much. And that's how I've learned so much, is by being so open with my process of what I want, what I'm interested in, and what I want to learn. And that, like, God brings those people into your life, onto your path. So,
and the fact that you're so open that you're still on your healing process does a lot too, right? Because when people are out here on social media now, everyone is a specialist or a guru or something. So the fact that you're open and vocal, like, hey, I'm on this journey learning just as I am with you all. So I think that's good, because I know for myself, I have sensitive skin. I'm allergic to stuff. So that's always been my issue. I want to tap into healing. I want to better my skin and change my diet, but I don't know what I'm afraid of. I don't know what I'm allergic to. So that's really been more of it for me. So to be able to see somebody who's out there like, hey guys, I'm trying it too. Yeah. And whatever doesn't work for me, I'm gonna let y'all know. And like, tread lightly, you know.
When you get triggered and you get to, you realize like, oh wow, I'm not as, I'm not as ahead of myself as I thought I was. Like, it's that's why I say healing is you're never fully healed, because you're only as healed as your next trigger, and then that's what shows you who you are. And then sometimes people be like, well, I flipped out, and I don't want to, I'm not who this spiritual journey doesn't work. It's not for me.
Right. I need a new one. I need something else.
And they give up on themselves, and that's why forgiveness of myself is my biggest thing. Definitely. I think I've made so many mistakes in my life, and I've been judged so much, growing up and trying to find myself, that I kind of got to a point where I was like, I don't really care what anybody thinks. Yeah. I'm going to find myself. I'm going to be who I am, and where I can fit will open up. Like, the space will open up, the people will come. Absolutely. The village will be there, and I'm finding it, and every day it grows, and sometimes you think something is good for you, and then you find out that it's not, and it's like, okay, But yeah, I just want to be my most authentic self, and I just want people to understand, like, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to, put on a show for everybody, because nobody really genuinely cares. They might tune in and they might tap in, but no one genuinely cares about you and how you're doing. And if you're you're okay. And what happens when that camera turns off? No one cares.
We were just talking about this before, like literally no one, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's why we have to make sure that these stories we're putting out are authentic, because as soon as someone does care, we want them to see a video like this where we're putting shine on somebody who works so hard. And you have your daughter here who I know you're super proud of. So when you became a mom, what is that like? We were talking about this before. Like, I don't want to get too deep into it, but the baby fever is kicking in for the girl. So I'm not saying like I'm trying to live it right now, but I'm
come hang out at the kids club. You'll be over that baby fever in a second. Come baby.
Yes. So
this is Miss Kylie Bacon.
Yes, Kylie. She's a celebrity. She
might act shy, but she's really not. She's been in the camera plenty of times. She's been in the films that have won in film festivals and stuff. She's
the bomb. Yes,
this is my girl.
I've seen you all over the gram, girl, killing it. I see you with the fashion too. You're awesome. How is it to have an awesome mom like this? Like, you don't get these everywhere, man.
Good. That's our answer to everything. How was school? Good. What did you eat today? Good. But yeah, this is my muse. Like, she's the reason why I do everything that I do. And I like to bring her with me along the way to just always show her, like, you know, anything that you want to do, any idea that pops up into your head, like, we can make it happen. Absolutely. If you wanted to throw a circus, you know what I mean, or whatever is in your heart or in your mind, like, you can create it. It's not something that you ever have to second guess yourself about. So I bring her with me in all these spaces that I can, you know, and I'm like, you know, come get into it. And she talks to everyone and she networks.
No, she's amazing. Yeah. She's chilling in here. We were all talking about our sign. She's like, I'm an Aries, you know, like I'm vibing right now, you know. So I love it. I love the energy. And you got like, guys, can we zoom in on these faces? Please? No, I'm joking. Y'all can see it. They're literally twins. And I think that's beautiful. So when you became a mom, I'm sure this is like such a cliche answer or question, but you know, what was the air like? The way that the wind fell on you, like it had to be different, just a total new rebirth for you too, obviously.
I was young. Like when I had my daughter, I was about to turn 20.
Okay.
So it was like 2 months before I turned 20. And it was surreal for me because, you know, everybody kind of like really doubted me at that point. And it was kind of like, you know, how are you going to do this and whatever. But I just felt like really ready. And she was such a good girl. Like, I remember the first night that we brought her home, they're like, you know, check if the baby's breathing. Because she didn't wake up and cry not once. She's like, kind of used to just sit there and wait for me to wake up in the morning and be like, I'm hungry. Like, you know, she was just always like on my energy and what I wanted to do. And it just worked for me. So everything just felt right every time. So just, you know. Yeah. God don't give you nothing you can't handle.
I love it. And, you know, listen, women, ladies, this is our destiny to create. And, you know what I mean? So I just want to commend you for that. Thank you. I think women who bear children are awesome. And listen, we're here for it. We have a little army of people that we get to turn into superstars. So I think it's a beautiful thing. You can find Kylie at the Empire Outlets at the Badass Bootcamp with her mom, killing it. Yes. And where else can everyone find you and kind of tap into everything you're doing?
So my personal Instagram page is _JUTHY, Juthy, and that's kind of where I'm the most active. I have the Meta Cabinet where I post about all my products and health and wellness, and that's just METTA Cabinet, the Meta Cabinet, and the Culture Concierge. And that I'm starting to be more. I haven't did a full rollout for the concept of it, but it's going to be something kind of just like this where you're highlighting what people are doing, you know what I mean, where to go, where to eat, what to do, who to
I need all of that answers.
So I'm trying to create a little, you know, avenue for people to, you know, understand like this is where we can find what's hot because there's such dope things happening and there's dope people and shine a light on them.
Listen, it's so many times where I'm like, let me go find something fun to do. I'm going on Juthy page. Let's see what she's doing tonight. You know?
Because you know I got my bun. Like, she's been following my hair growth.
I've been we're here. Y'all don't know. I had a braid in this the other day. Okay, I sent it to her. I was like, "Girl, we're coming through.
We're coming through everything
okay?
Right now.
Don't worry. In a few episodes, I'm gonna have the straight backs. Y'all gonna see. But I'm so happy that you were able to come. This was such a short interview, and I want to talk more and more and more. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to have people follow you so that they can learn more about you. And she'll come back, you guys. Yes. We're gonna have reoccurring guests, and soon we'll be able to have some live stream events where we have some of have our guests come back just to talk about whatever new things they're talking about from now until then. So thank you so much, Juthy, for coming. Kylie, thank you for popping in. And you guys go follow, and make sure you come back for another episode of The Hotspot with Girl on the Rocks.